This is not the video I had planned for today, but I seen a great live last night and I have to talk about it. I've made some predictions in the past that I got right. We'll forget about the wrong ones, don't want to talk about them. But I talked about a search in February, not because Dom was gone to jail, but because it was the last chance before all the greenery and shrubs grow back. Talked about the rumours and the Monkey Vaughan case coming, seen that coming a mile away. Talked about us seeing a completely different Candus when Don got locked up. None of these are special. A lot of people seen the stuff coming. I won't be changing my name to Navillus True Crime and Psychic anytime soon. But the next one I'm going to make is for a holy war in the YouTube streets to break out. It's going to happen soon. I think maybe the week after Summer's 12-month anniversary, it's going to explode. If not sooner, that's the absolute latest. And I'm going to call it, because I was watching Game of Thrones last night, the Battle of the Bastards. From what I can see, we have 4 clear clans. 4 main ones, 4 big ones. We have the Don and Candus supporters, extremists in one clan. Their minds cannot be changed. They're fully behind Don and Candus no matter what. BK was in this camp for a while. He made a lot of money there. Clan number 2 is a nice clan. These are the people who realise they don't know what happened, and occasionally they will show Candus, and particularly, some compassion, some empathy. A lot of good people in this camp. I have gone for a visit. Most people are quiet, but it's a rough place to be. Nobody likes you. I made videos in the past about Candus doing activities with her kids, how much she kind of did. People hated it. I got a lot of people giving out to me in the comments, telling me I'm an idiot, unsubscribing. I made a video about Candus and Don's DV situation and how that was reported, and questioned whether Candus was getting enough support and help as a DV victim. Another load of people got very touchy about this and unsubscribed and gave out to me again. But it's not going to stop me from giving a genuine, honest opinion and expressing my thoughts. But I do completely understand why content creators, and in particularly people who rely on YouTube for finance, for money, don't go near this camp. Clan number 3 is similar to clan number 1, except the opposite. They're 100% someone in the Wells family is guilty. They don't consume any content or don't want any information on anything else, because that's just a distraction from Don Candus and Grandma Candus. They cannot stand people in clans 1 and 2. But like the people in clan 1, they're difficult to talk to, difficult to communicate with. Both clan 1 and 3 only consume content that suits them, and the YouTube algorithm helps them out here. Doesn't show them anything that they think they won't like. So it gives it more, it brings them deeper and deeper down that rabbit hole. And clan number 4 is the biggest clan, that I think is soon to be the smallest. The smallest because you are going to come under attack and you are going to be dragged into one of the other 3. You need to make your mind up. People in this clan have the Wells family as their prime suspects, but they're not opposed to looking at other places. That's all. They're not saying Candus is the mother of the year. They're not saying they're parents of the year or anything like that. They're not saying what Candus did on YouTube was okay and is acceptable, because it's not. All they want is the truth and Summer to be found. That's the goal. And this clan is going to get destroyed. There is a war coming for your attention, for your view, for your validation. And most of the people in this clan are the ones who are in the comments on YouTube, because they're engaged and they're curious and they want to know, they have questions. And this shit show is going to turn into a war for your view. This clan will be ripped apart. People will be flying into the other clans left, right and centre. There's not going to be many go into clan 1, but there's going to be a lot go into clan 2 and clan 3. Creators are going to go to war. Alliances are going to be happening that surprise you. The YouTube algorithm will be gone into overdrive to try to figure out which best clan to put you in. Do your own thinking. Do your own research. Don't let the YouTube algorithm take over and send you into a certain direction. I am not part of any team. Navi clan will remain an independent republic. I have no interest in becoming friends with content creators, or I don't talk to any behind the scenes, at least not anymore. I can count on one hand the amount of emails that I've responded to from content creators. That's not to say I don't like a few, I just want to do my own thing. Because unless you were a cop or a detective working on this case, or have experience on cases that are similar, or unless I know a bit about you, I've watched you, I've communicated with you, I know how your brain works. Unless that is the case, I'll value your opinion the same if you have 0 subscribers than if you have 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 100,000. That doesn't matter. That doesn't make someone smart. I want to talk about that live that I mentioned at the start. It was on Squall Tits channel last night. I really, really like the two ladies, Squall and Cathy. Cathy is Candus's friend. Both ladies seem like down-to-earth, genuine, caring people. True holler people, as Squall said. No BS or sensationalising anything. Squall's channel isn't monetized. She doesn't have a PayPal or a Cash App or super chats or anything like that. She's not doing this for money. Both seem like very genuine, nice people to me. Cathy, the first thing she did when she came up was a plea to ask people to please call in tips for summer. She talked about how she met Candus. She was in a support group with Rose Meyer, and she was asked a few days after Summer went missing to help Candus out to see if she can support her. She met her the next day at the library with the boys, and they've been friends since. Her husband has done some electrical work and flooring at Candus's home, just to upgrade it to make it better, make it safer for the kids. She's very close to Candus, has become very close to Candus. She says she considers Candus family, and she's not going to turn her back on her just because so many people hate her. Here's a clip of her talking. I will link this full live stream down below. Please watch it.
She is not only my friend, she has become my family. She is my family. And I will not turn my back on her because people hate her. People hate her for her past, the things that she don't know. They despise her. I don't. I love her. She is my family, and I will not turn my back on my family. You know, anytime law enforcement want to know where she's at, they know where she's at. Anytime. You know, I've heard people say, "What? She should just kill herself. Why don't Candus just kill herself?"
Oh,
that's what people want her to do. That is exactly what they want her to do. That would make them feel better about themselves.
that would not bring Summer home. If they cared about Summer, they would not say that.
I just wanted it to be known that, you know, I am her friend. I do support her, and I'm so sorry that if that pisses some of y'all off, or you're sitting there, how can she have a friend? Well, the same way you can have a friend, and your friend can have a friend, and your friend can have a friend. Because everybody needs love and human compassion. And to be so cold to somebody when you don't have all the facts.
She talked about people, a YouTube content creator who I'm not going to name, you all know, who is trying to find her house and taking pictures of the neighbourhood. Benny Keys has a strike in his channel for showing her daughter's photograph, and she's not like Candus in this way. She's not passive about it. She's not going to put up with any crap when it comes to her kid. And whatever about Candus, none of us can argue with that. And she makes a great point, and Chasing True touches on it afterwards because she comes up on panel. What's the purpose? What are you going to do if you see Candus at Cathy's house? What are you going to do? What does that prove? You going to take a picture, make a video and put it on your YouTube channel? The police know exactly where Candus is at all times, and that's all that matters. People were screaming for Candus to get off YouTube, and now they're crying for her to come back because they have no content. I hope she stays off. I hope her friends like Cathy tell her to stay off. She's a mess when she's on here, and it just creates a distraction, and for me there's a lot more clarity when she's not here. She talked about Candus being fed and feeling safe when she's at her house. She doesn't feel safe at home. She's being harassed. Every day there is someone, when Candus is at home on Ben Hill Road, that calls to the house. Someone who is not welcome, not invited. They just rock up, and Candus doesn't feel safe, and I can understand that. She talked about the dynamics of Candus's home, which I found very, very interesting. Not surprised, but interesting. Don had full run of the household. If he was working, he would constantly call and want to know who was there, how long they're going to be there, what Candus was doing. Candus was not allowed to decorate the home or buy anything. She has never ever bought anything online. She doesn't know how to. She went shopping with Cathy to get some groceries, and she told her to get a store card, a club card we call them here, and Candus didn't have a clue what she was talking about. She'd never heard of these things before. She's never been on welfare or had any kind of assistance of any kind. And she gave a good quote. She said she does not know the workings of the innings, the outings of society today. And I think that's very, very true. Squall talked about how when they were sitting down with Candus, she was like a 15-year-old. Giddy, naive, gullible. And we talked many times on this channel in the past about how Candus seems like she is stuck as a teenager, as a 15-year-old. And it was interesting to hear them confirm that, basically. Cathy said holidays, birthdays, celebrations, anniversaries did not exist in the Wells household. Grandma Candus and Candus spent Thanksgiving with her last year because they were at home just like an average day and not doing anything. Don has Candus in a bubble and he controls everything. She showed us receipts for Benny Keys and the money that he gave Candus, $389. That's it. All the PayPals, all the cash apps, that's what Benny Keys gave Candus. She talked about Benny sweet talking Candus and telling her all the right stuff that we knew. Candus, of course, fell head over heels for it. She's never had anyone talk to her like this. And then she talked about one day Benny calling Candus, crying hysterically. First-hand witness account, Cathy was there, she witnessed it. Benny had seen that Candus sent Ernie a message on a live stream and he was very upset about it. And then soon after that is when he did his flip. We were saying that as soon as that call was released, people were saying this is what happened. Cathy was up at Don and Candus's a lot and she gave a very honest answer saying she didn't see anybody creeping around in the woods. She was sent a photograph of Damien, Andy Jr., doesn't recognise him. And I thought she was very honest, very credible, because if she wanted to stir the shit in any way, she could have easily turned around and saying, oh yeah, there was always people creeping in the woods, or I think I recognise him. She didn't. She was like, no, didn't notice anybody, a lot of people there, don't recognise that young fella. Chasing Truth then came up on panel after Cathy left and asked some great questions as always. I love Chasing. My only criticism would be she's in a lot of live chats. Content creators love to be friends with her. She has a wrench for a lot of channels. So if people pop onto a channel and see that Chasing is a mod on that channel, it might, because they have so much respect for Chasing, it might validate that channel or that opinion that the content creator is putting out a bit more in that person's mind. But that's just because they like Chasing so much. But I think she's great. I think she's fab. They talked about the Roblox and the church, and go watch the stream. Please go watch the stream. I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please be kind and respectful to each other. Good luck. God bless. Have a good day.